Yeah, we live on 148th and Broadway. You know what I mean? I'm with the God A Thug right now. How you feeling, bro?
Good. Peace and blessings to everybody out there, man. Going through these rough times, man, with the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And everything, all of the police brutality that's going on right now. Everybody gotta stay strong, stay woke, and unite, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? For the big cause.
Right. That's a fact. So I wanted to know, like, with all the recent killings that's been going on, what's your take on everything's been going on with the looting, the protesting, with the murder of George Floyd, and the recent today another brother was just killed in Atlanta, Georgia. What's your take on everything overall that's been going on with this police brutality and the way young black men, black folks are being targeted?
Right now, I feel like, it's so sad, man. It saddens me every day. It's like unbelievable to see that it's still happening after, even we hear that it's gonna be some changes with the laws, and some of the cops is getting persecuted for that, like, and but it's like it's still going on, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I say, is it ever gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? Even if people are still, like, it's like, it makes me wonder, like, like, how could this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like we moving forward though, like, you know what I'm saying, as a people, because it's like, I guess, like, all these years we've been rallying, praying to God, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that in a peaceful way, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say, why is this, why is that? But at the same time, it seems to be like when you're willing to destroy, sometimes you gotta destroy
Right.
to build. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't understand that. I don't condone it, because, like, it's different levels of it, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that might actually deserve that to happen, and like there's certain people that they good people that shouldn't happen. But sometimes when it comes into that, other people can get it, like, like, especially meaning with the businesses and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I got a business myself, so I would never try to, condone that or wish that on any other business, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I guess it's just like, it's revolutionary every time, so, basically, I'm a little happy to see that there's gonna be changes, and we're stepping in transformation into that stage, you know what I mean?
Okay, I definitely feel you on that, man. So, like, recently there was a warrant passed in Louisville where they now ban no knock warrants, meaning you have to have a warrant in order to enter someone's home. And that was passed for Breonna Taylor. As you know, she was murdered where it was a break-in, where it was a mistake, and then she was killed. So, like, how do you feel about that law being passed? And then for Eric Garner, they also in New York just completely abolished the whole chokehold. And, like, why do you think it takes so long for something so severe to happen, for these changes to be made? And you wonder, like, why were these legal in the first place?
Well, definitely, that's those two changes right there is these, it might seem small, but it's big, And at the end of the day, it's those are steps that really, technically, I don't understand how that should have been allowed, like you said, to begin with. You know what I'm saying? As we see, a lot of people now are starting to see that the government is corrupted, and at the end of the day, it's not all here just to serve and protect. You know what I'm saying? It's a big power thrust. You know what I'm saying? The system is not a win-win system for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of abusing of power, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we gotta, like, these people gotta be held accountable for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's whoever those states, shout out to those states, the governors, whoever actually is stepping up to make these changes, because at least now, with that being said, it's like it's going foul, because it has to be a law, The law is is the biggest thing that's allowing this. But what the biggest thing, why it's able to happen, because slavery, even though they act like slavery is abolished, like the black man, the melanin man, the Asiatic black man, was basically considered 3/5 of a man in the actual you know, in the law books. You understand? So that's how it's able to be able. This stuff. You say, how could that happen? Because they're looking at you like you're property. They're not looking at you like you're actually a human being. You feel what I'm saying? So for a long time, I couldn't understand it. But that's one little dirty trick. Like all of those little laws, little chokeholds and stuff is cool. But that 3/5 of a man got to be changed completely. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest one.
So when you say 3/5 of a man, what do you mean exactly? Because I'm kind of out
like I just said, they're looking at you like property.
Okay, I didn't catch you right there, bro. I didn't catch you right there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Less than a man.
Less than a man. Yeah. So like, there have been talks.
At the end of the day, like you see some white people, they love their cat or dog. They go all out for their pets. You know what I'm saying? They might look at their cat or dog like actually more of a you know, they love them more than they would actually love us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because in this country, as we know, the animal's life has more value than a human, especially you know, a black person.
Yeah, in some heads, but I don't want to actually sit back and say that, you know, I can never say generalized statements towards any particular race, but we know, like, you know, we talking about the higher ups, the white supremacists, the different people that's in power to be able to inflict these different things onto us in different ways, whether it be not just the police, but the medicine, the you know, doctors that's giving you medicine, killing you slow, you know, different food markets, the FDA they're not doing their job because maybe they, you know, you got to get big companies that pay money, and then like that's why you now is as us people. It don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, you know what I'm saying, African American, Hispanic, whatever. You gotta be able to know, choose a healthy lifestyle. You know, you gotta keep yourself out of harm's way. You know what I mean? At all means, and definitely stay woke and study. You know, because like one of the biggest things through one of the rallies, like, you know, up at Dykeman, like, you know, where it was like saying like some Hispanics and some people think that they like not actually of African descent. You know what I mean? And that causes a big problem, because if we was able to unite and sort of like come as one, do you understand how much power that would be? But when everybody's thinking that, yo, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican, I'm Jamaican, I'm here, they're better than each other, that's what creates the separation. And that's where it's called divide and conquer, where the enemies, the ops are able to sneak right in and use that and then take over. Because if you think about it, it's more of us than them. How is this happening? First off, a lot of us have to stand up. When other people have the, you know, balls to stand up and go fight and do different things to make these changes, you got other people that's sitting back on their computers typing and blogging and complaining and saying, why is this happening? When in all actuality, you worried about that, but you're not worried about the people who's dying. It's not just George Floyd, it's so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The list goes on, and it's like you say, you just said it just happened again. You know, I don't know. Shout out to that brother. I don't know what's his name, because it's so fresh.
His name is Rayshard Brooks. He was killed in a Wendy's driveway.
Shout out to Rayshard Brooks. Yeah. R.I.P. That's so. It's like I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just another case. Just now, it's like they making mockeries. I seen pictures with, like, you know, even young boys got their foot on it, you know, playing around, like making a mockery of what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then even a cop did that at one of the rallies, and all he did was get suspended. Nah, man. Just by showing that act, it should be like, you're fired. You know, you can't work for us no more, period. It can't be no suspensions. Suspension, that's not suspension material. You know what I'm saying? That's why that has to be, the justice has to be upheld more higher. You know, because a lot of these things, if anybody, one of us, did that, it would be over. You know what I'm saying? There would be no daylight after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think police accountability is something that has to be you know, enforced.
Yeah.
It's a law that has to be enforced, because I think as long as these cops are not held accountable, they feel that they can just do, you know, they feel they're above the law and they can just do and break the rules. And, you know, we're seeing that's being exposed more in the day-to-day process. And my next question was going to be like, do you foresee any major changes coming within police departments? Any more requirements? Because it's like, it seems like they don't get much psychological screening for racial bias, or like they don't go through psychological tests in order before they become police officers. And I'm saying, do you see them making any changes coming forward?
Like as far as like, meaning like just like so that they could. But like people say, like what it is you got different chapters that's in there that's actually promoting that, like, you know, like Ku Klux Klans that's turning into actually police officers. So
absolutely,
like what it is like people not being honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Even like some of the best cops would be the cops that, let's say you in Compton, you in Harlem, you grew up in Harlem, you grew up in the Bronx, and maybe you became a cop and you know that hood. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got love for your hood. You're not trying to come from fucking upstate or Idaho somewhere and coming to be a cop over here and just like you alienated, you don't even know about the community. You know what I'm saying? There should be like some sort of you know, yeah, like it definitely should be something that that could see how the mentality, it's the hate like in a person. Like some of these people, like I don't know how this is passing, bro. I don't know about that, bro. That shit is just crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, I always
like I can't get into that part because like, but what it is once these people actually expose themselves and show their true colors, like I said, you know, because a person could fake it till they make it, you know what I'm saying? They could pass tests and do this and that, you know what I'm saying? Even people that sometimes mentally ill could play sane for a couple of hours when asked a certain couple of questions, you know what I'm saying? So we can't really think that that's gonna really, that they could trick the system, you know what I'm saying? So the biggest part about it is to actually, once there's any sign of that, meaning like if you get caught doing different things or saying anything, like it's supposed to be really big, they should be exterminated, you know what I'm saying? And then if, like you say, if so many people losing their jobs and they can't get no jobs and work no more, do you think that that's gonna keep continuing? I doubt it. I doubt it.
Right.
If you see like a cop do 25 years and which I have yet to see happen, I bet you it'll slow down.
Absolutely. Well, you know, man, I appreciate your time and always catching up with you, you know, to get your take on these recent events.
Yeah, man, everybody stay revolutionary. Don't stop, you know what I'm saying? You know, stay on this page. Don't support anything that's not revolutionary. Don't support anything that don't love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, have pride in yourself, you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily all about that, because at the end of the day, you know, as you see, like it's like even with my business, I'm out here. I got so many different ethnics that's supporting my brand that I see for myself that's out here rallying on the front line. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta actually have a little respect for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's cool to. You gotta know who you targeting. You gotta know who's the enemy. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Don't get tricked in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? They want to create a lot of controversy right now just so that they'll be able to enforce martial law, you know what I'm saying, and different things of that nature. So don't be a trick, don't be fooled, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Always move with love in your heart, you know what I'm saying, because God is love at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Don't be filled with hate, jealousy, envy, greed, because that's the devil, no matter how you look at it, you know what I'm saying? We all have the yin and the yang energy within ourselves. It takes a person to master thyself and overcome the negativity within oneself and turn it into positive, like Big said. You dig what I'm saying? You know, I'm a big Tupac fan. That's like my favorite artist. But as I listen to him when I'm getting older and stuff like that, I hear he always used to mention death, whether it be like saying that, you know, I should have died when I was younger, or I could have got died, or people wouldn't have killed me, or I ain't gonna live until I'm 22, or whatever the case may be. I done heard him say it in multiple different versions of a sentence, but at the end of the day, when you speak that, when you talk that, it's like you bring that upon yourself. So when you making music and you doing your thing, or you speaking in your interviews, you think that it sound cool because you getting attention because it seems a little abstract, but really you bringing that energy towards yourself, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. You know, Wise words from the God A Thug, as always, man. It's a pleasure, my brother.
Peace and blessings,
Megastar
everybody.
Brand.
Support a black business. Definitely support mine, but support other people's business too. You know what I mean? Like megastarbrand.com. Add me on the IG, shop Megastar Brand. Check out my YouTube, ATHUGBRS, Black Rolling Stones, and Megastar Brand Magazine. Leave some comments on the YouTube. You'll see a lot of material of me making videos such as the Black Power video, the Black Lives Matter video, Stay Woke video. I just did a song called Say Their Names. Right now I'm about to drop the I Love Africa album. I want y'all to stay tuned and go check out the episodes. I Love Africa. I got 5 episodes up there. Leave some comments, share it. When those 5 videos go viral, I'm gonna start dropping the next editions. And I'm coming with the album right after that. You heard me? R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, Nipsey. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We air lights out here. And I'm gonna keep all the legends going, like Bob Marley, Che Guevara, you know what I'm saying? Kobe, Nipsey, Tupac, you know, everybody, Big Pun. Shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Because they inspired me. And I'm gonna use that same inspiration to inspire y'all. It's ATHUGBRS. Black Rolling
Stones.
Uh-huh.